What up, Leon the King TV? Let's talk wrestling. It is Leon the King TV. Let's talk wrestling. AEW World's End pay-per-view is this Saturday, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is the pay-per-view. Got the predictions going on. Here we go. We got the AEW World Championship match, MJF versus Samoa Joe. Watching Dynamite this week, I was surprised, but I also knew that Samoa Joe had something to do with the Devil Mask storyline. We got to see Samoa Joe attack MJF with the steel chair on Dynamite this past Wednesday. He said, I did this to you, so now we know this has something to... Samoa Joe definitely has something to do with that storyline. And the match is tomorrow night at the main event of the pay-per-view. It's the main event. And I think MJF retains. It's built up to look like Samoa Joe's going to win. But I think they want to have MJ. They want to give MJF a long title run. They basically want to give him that AEW version of a Roman Reigns title run, and that's what they're trying to do with MJF, in my opinion. So MJF retains, but if Samoa Joe wins the title, I would not be surprised. Because they could always work an angle or a story, or do an angle where MJF gets the title back from Samoa Joe, defeats Joe for the title, and then he's a two-time AEW champion. That I could see happening as well. We got that second match. We got the AEW Women's World Championship. Toni Storm versus Rio. I'm going Toni Storm. As we know, Toni Storm is on an amazing run as AEW Women's Champion, World Women's Champion. If somebody in AEW should have held that title before they went to WWE, it definitely should have been Jade Cargill. And Toni Storm is no Jade Cargill, but like I said, Toni Storm is still great, even though we miss Jade Cargill in AEW. But Toni Storm is great. But I'm don't know so much about Rio, or whoever her name is. But I'm gonna have to go with Toni Storm on this. I think Toni Storm picks up the victory. We got the continuation of the Continental Classic Final. Jon Moxley versus Eddie Kingston. I'm going Eddie Kingston. I'm not an Eddie Kingston fan. Neither am I a Jon Moxley fan, aka Dean Ambrose when his ass was in WWE. But anyway, neither am I a fan of both of them. I think they're not. I'm not huge on Kingston first, but I will say Moxley. You know, he was great in WWE as Dean Ambrose. He had that run. He's good in the ring. So of course you're gonna like someone like a Jon Moxley. You know what I mean? Because of his in-ring ability. I mean, the dude was kind of like, when he was in WWE, he was on his way to being like the next Stone Cold. So, in my opinion, he's a good in-ring wrestler, but he's just not my cup of tea. So, because of that, I'm just gonna go with Eddie Kingston. If I had to choose someone in this match, I'm gonna choose Eddie Kingston. Here we go. The TNT no disqualification TNT Championship match. Christian Cage versus Edge Adam Copeland. Here's my thoughts on this. Why do we need to see Edge versus Christian in 2023? We're still getting this damn match in 2023. What's the point, Tony Khan? Tony Khan don't know. Tony Khan don't even know how to fucking book. Tony Khan is a geek. Tony Khan don't know how to book no damn pay-per-view, bruh. Why are we still getting Christian and Edge in 2023? It's 2023 and we still getting Edge versus Christian, man. That shit is some bullshit. Why are we still getting Edge versus Christian in 2023? But if anything, I'm going to go with Edge in this match. And hopefully, after that, this feud and this storyline between Edge and Christian can be over. We go into 2024. We go into the new year with something new, something fresh for Edge. Maybe him being a title shot or something. But they need to end this Edge and Christian shit like ASAP, bro. ASAP. The TBS Championship, Julia Hart versus Abaddon. I'm a big Abaddon fan. I like Abaddon. I think her character's good. She took some time off, but I'm not big on Julia Hart like that. But I will say, let's go. I'm gonna go with Julia Hart retains. As much of an Abaddon fan I am, I'm gonna have to go with Julia Hart. This is a fresh title run for Julia Hart as TBS champion, and Julia Hart is going to retain her title against Abaddon. So I'm going Julia Hart. They both have creepy gimmicks. They both are kind of creepy, very creepy, if anything. But that's their gimmicks. That's their characters in wrestling. That's their gimmick, and I think that this Julia Hart Abaddon match is going to be pretty good. So we got an 8-man tag team match. Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, Sting, and Darby Allin versus Ricky Starks, Big Bill, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Konosuke Takeshita. How do you say these damn Asian names? I'm sorry, I'm just saying. How do you say them? It's hard as a black guy to say these names. I'm being humorous, guys. Fuck the cancel culture stuff. I'm just being humorous. How do you say these names? I am going with Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, Sting, and Darby Allin to pick up the victory, to pick up the W in this match. That's going to be a good 8-man tag team match. We're getting the last few Sting matches before his retirement at AEW Revolution. Sting retires at Revolution. And we're getting these matches. But this should be a good 8-man tag team match. But I'm going with the team of Jericho, Guevara, Sting, and Darby Allin. So we got the next match. The 2024 future AEW World Heavyweight Champion Swerve Strickland. AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland. I'm calling him the future AEW World Champion because he deserves that push as AEW World Champion. He will be in 2024. I'm predicting it. But Swerve versus WWE's NXT's former Keith Lee. AEW has done nothing. I mean nothing with Keith Lee. They have done absolutely nothing with Keith Lee because Tony Khan don't know how to book. This is like the first time in months we're seeing Keith Lee, ain't it? But on the other hand, and on the other note, you got a great man opponent he's going up against, like Swerve Strickland. Swerve when I ride, but Swerve Strickland is so good that he's basically taking on Keith Lee. And they got Keith Lee taking on great competition like Swerve Strickland. Keith Lee doesn't realize, bro, you left WWE to go to a promotion who's not even going to use you. At least WWE was using him. He might have not liked the Bearcat Keith Bearcat Lee stuff or whatever the name change was they did. But bro, why did you leave WWE to sign with All Elite Wrestling and they don't even book you properly? Like why? But as for this match, I'm going to go ahead and say Swerve Strickland picks up the victory. You got to give Swerve the W. So Swerve wins this match. Next match we have Andrade versus Miro. Two former WWE guys. Something makes me want to say Miro, aka Rusev. But at the same time, something makes me want to say Andrade picks up the victory. So I'm going to go with Andrade. We have a AEW is doing a 20-man battle royal match for a TNT title shot anytime, anywhere. A 20-man battle royal will happen at World's End pay-per-view this Saturday, and that should be pretty good. Whoever wins the match, I believe, gets a shot for the anywhere, anytime for a TNT championship match against the TNT. Yeah, that should be pretty good. FTW rules. The FTW championship match is Hook versus Wheeler Yuta. This should be interesting. We got Hook versus Wheeler Yuta. I almost said his name wrong. But anyway, Hook versus Wheeler Yuta. I am going with Hook. As much as good of an opponent Wheeler Yuta is, I can tell he's not winning this match. But I will say this, I don't see the appeal in Hook either. I don't see the appeal in Hook as a character. I don't see the draw in Hook. I get he's a young guy, young kid who's trying to get into the wrestling game. But I don't see him being like a name they want to push. Yeah, I don't see the big appeal and the hype with Hook. Why fans hype over Hook. He's a pretty boy, who knows? But I don't understand the appeal in Hook. But like I said, I definitely believe he's gonna win this match and get the W over Wheeler Yuta. But moving on, that was the card for AEW World's End pay-per-view in Long Island, New York, December 30th, 2023, on pay-per-view tomorrow, this Saturday. Zelina Vega, been reported on Fightful Select that Zelina Vega has signed a new WWE contract. So shout out to Zelina Vega. And in my opinion, she's a great wrestler. She needs a push. Ever since that match she had in Puerto Rico at Backlash against Rhea Ripley for the World Women's title, she should have stayed in the storyline against Rhea and had a push. Can we push our Latin talent in wrestling? Can we push a Puerto Rican woman to be a WWE Women's World Heavyweight Champion? Do it, please. Book it, Triple H. Book it. You're head of creative. Book it. Zelina Vega needs to be World Women's Champion in WWE. Let's push some Latina women in WWE. Let's see it. I, as a black man, wants to see it. I said it. Yeah, so what? But yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see Zelina Vega become a World Women's Champion as a Puerto Rican woman, and I want to see her main event. And I want to see her be big as Bianca Belair. I want to see her just as big as Charlotte Flair. I want to see her just as big as Nia Jax, Becky Lynch. The name goes on and on. I want to see her be a big name. And we're still waiting on the debut of Jade Cargill whenever that's going to happen. Triple H then fucked that debut up. Triple H has messed this debut up because they're waiting to use her at the Royal Rumble. That's so cliche now. It's so played out. It's so watered down. It's so cliche. It's so predictable, and I don't like it. Triple H is failing, bro. WWE is going to have to do a lot better in 2024. But this is your boy, Leon the King TV, with another episode of Let's Talk Wrestling. Signing out. This is Leon the King TV. Make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button. Whatever you do, please hit that subscribe button. Leon the King TV, and we out. Peace.